Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0406 specifically pertains to the EGR, exhaust gas recirculation valve position sensor circuit, indicating a high voltage issue. This is an important diagnostic trouble code for the Honda Civic model years 2006 to 2011. The EGR valve is instrumental in reducing nitrogen oxide emissions by recirculating a portion of the exhaust gases back into the engine's intake manifold. When the EGR valve position sensor reads higher than expected voltage levels, this triggers the P0406 code. The location of this sensor is on the EGR valve assembly, which is typically mounted near the intake manifold. Accurate troubleshooting and repair are vital to restore proper engine function and comply with emission standards. The EGR valve position sensor plays a crucial role in monitoring the flow of exhaust gases into the intake manifold. Located near the intake manifold, this sensor measures the position of the EGR valve and helps regulate the amount of exhaust gas recirculated. It primarily aids in controlling nitrogen oxide emissions, thereby contributing to lower emission levels and fulfilling environmental regulations. The sensor's readings are transmitted to the Engine Control Module, ECM, which adjusts performance based on these values. When the sensor circuit detects a high voltage condition, it can lead to DTC P0406, indicating a potential problem either in the sensor itself or the related wiring and connections. Several potential causes can trigger the P0406 code. A defective EGR valve may fail to operate correctly, leading to abnormal voltage readings. Similarly, a faulty sensor circuit can contribute to erroneous signals being sent to the ECM. Additionally, poor electrical connections, such as loose terminals and frayed wiring, can cause intermittent issues that may or may not be present during the diagnostic process. It's essential to conduct a thorough visual inspection of the EGR valve and its connections to ensure there are no physical obstructions or damage that could influence the circuit's performance. Identifying the root cause early can save time and expense during repair. Drivers may notice various symptoms associated with DTC P0406. One of the most common signals is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard. Furthermore, engaging driving conditions may reveal reduced engine performance, which can manifest as sluggish acceleration or hesitation. These performance issues arise from improper exhaust gas recirculation that disrupts the air-fuel mixture entering the engine. Additionally, increased emissions may be detected through exhaust diagnostics, highlighting concerns over air quality compliance. Being aware of these symptoms can help drivers seek timely assistance, allowing for more effective repairs before further complications arise. The first troubleshooting step involves turning the ignition switch to position on. This action powers up the vehicle's electrical systems and prepares the Diagnostic Health System, HDS, for a data check. Following this, you will access the EGR Variable Lift Sensor, VLS, within the data list through the HDS. The core concern at this stage is whether the voltage reading is 4.88 volts or greater, indicating that the sensor is operational within its expected range. If yes, you will proceed to the next troubleshooting step. If no, it suggests an intermittent failure within the system, warranting further inspection of connections to the EGR valve and the ECM to ensure there are no loose or faulty terminals. In this step, you will first turn the ignition switch to position lock 0 to ensure the vehicle's systems are powered down for safety. Following this, disconnect the EGR valve 6P connector, which is crucial for isolating the EGR valve from the vehicle's electrical system for testing purposes. Once disconnected, turn the ignition switch back to on 2 to allow for electrical testing. This setup prepares you for measuring the voltage between specific terminals of the EGR valve 6P connector. This methodic approach allows for identifying possible faults without the interference of the EGR valve's operation, crucial for accurate diagnostics. With the system now fully prepared, you will measure the voltage between the EGR valve 6P connector terminals number 2 and number 3. The expected reading is approximately 5 volts. Terminal number 2, known as VCC2, reflects the voltage supply line, while terminal number 3 corresponds to the ground signal. If you find that the voltage is around 5 volts, this indicates that the power supply to the valve is intact, and you will progress to the next troubleshooting steps. Conversely, if the voltage reading deviates from this expected range, further investigation into the wiring and connections becomes necessary, as this could point to deeper circuit issues affecting performance. To proceed, turn the ignition switch back to lock 0 to ensure safety during testing. The next action is to jump the SCS, Service Check Signal line, using the HDS, which prepares the vehicle for specific diagnostic tests without triggering fault codes unnecessarily. After this, you will need to disconnect the ECM, Engine Control Module, or PCM, Powertrain Control Module, Connector B, which contains several critical terminals necessary for communication with the EGR system. This step further isolates the components involved, allowing for continuity checks to be performed without variable interference from other systems in the vehicle. In this 5th troubleshooting step, the focus shifts to verifying continuity between the EGR valve 6P connector terminal number 2 and the corresponding terminal B33 on the ECM-PCM connector. Continuity testing is critical to ensure that electrical signals can properly traverse the circuit pathway between these points. If continuity exists, it signifies that there are no breaks or shorts in the wiring, allowing the system to function as designed. However, if continuity fails, this indicates an open circuit condition likely caused by damaged wiring or poor connections. Resolving this issue would require repairing any corresponding wires between the connectors before proceeding to the next steps. After completing all necessary repairs and component replacements, it is crucial to recheck all connections thoroughly. Ensuring that every connector and terminal is secure can prevent further recurrence of the DTC P0406 issue. Next, you'll need to clear the diagnostic trouble codes from the vehicle's system, which resets the monitoring processes. This action is essential to start afresh so that the vehicle can accurately assess whether the issue has been resolved. Finally, conduct a test drive under various driving conditions. This real-world evaluation helps confirm that the repairs have successfully corrected the issue without triggering any new DTCs, ensuring the vehicle's performance and compliance with emission standards. Preventive maintenance plays a vital role in avoiding future problems associated with DTC P0406. Regular inspections of the EGR components, including the valve, sensor, and associated wiring, can help identify potential issues before they escalate. Additionally, checking electrical connections periodically for signs of wear, corrosion, or loose terminals is crucial for maintaining circuit integrity. Keeping the engine clean, which includes preventing carbon buildup around the EGR system, can enhance the overall functioning of the vehicle and minimize the risk of similar DTCs appearing. Such proactive measures ensure that the EGR system continues to operate efficiently and comply with environmental standards over the lifespan of the vehicle. In conclusion, the DTC P0406 relates directly to the EGR system and signifies potential issues with high voltage readings in the position sensor circuit. Understanding the role of the EGR valve and its components is essential for effective diagnostics and repair. The detailed troubleshooting steps outlined are instrumental for accurately identifying the root causes of the issue, including checking voltage levels and wiring integrity. With consistent preventive maintenance and proper attention to this system, owners can mitigate further complications. Ultimately, addressing DTC P0406 not only enhances vehicle performance, but also ensures compliance with emission standards, underscoring the importance of timely repairs. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.